I know, I am late today, but it is better to be late than to be, I guess, completely absent. Anyways, hello and welcome to Fiverr Friday. My name is Anthony Pica, and this show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business and sidestep all of the crazy things that I seem to step on. It is great to be here on Friday for Fiverr Friday. I really do apologize because it's 1:43 and normally I go at 1 p.m. but today is Valentine's Day, so I was taking my wife out for lunch. And it was a very nice lunch, and so I was a little late, so I apologize. But I was very happy to be able to do that, and hopefully, if you've not already done something for your significant other, you have something planned for them, because this day only comes around once a year. And what are we doing all this for, if not for the people we love? Any Hoosers. Today is Fiverr Friday episode. I ate all the leftovers, dude. There is no leftovers. Episode number 8 of Fiverr Friday. And how we do this is basically I go ahead and come on here. You post your questions, thoughts, comments, and I answer them, all revolving around Fiverr. So please go ahead and start getting questions ready. You can post them into the chat. Let's see, there is a small delay. So, no, actually I had Mexican. So it was very good. Some Mexican food for lunch. It was very delicious. So, yeah. So anyways, it looks like we don't have everybody yet on the stream. There is, like I said, there is a delay, and sometimes it takes people a little bit of time to get on as well. And I am streaming on Twitter. Let's see. I should be on Facebook. And we will see if that's working out. Hello to everybody from Instagram as well, and YouTube, of course. You are here, so it is good to have you. But any Hoosers, I had to say on a side note that Fiverr has definitely been picking up for me lately, and that's been great. A lot more business coming through the pipeline. Had a great day today. Over $600 of work come in today, so that's wonderful. And been very pleased, but I've also been having work come on from all kinds of other places. So, I think this time of year, it's a lot more sporadic this time of year. It's not as steady, I would say. But I've seen a lot of people doing some really great things and, making some great strides in their business. So I'm very pleased about that. But like I said, today is a day I'm here for you. So if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, I'm not sure how many people are actually going to make it on today because I am 46 or 45 minutes late. But if you have any questions, go ahead and post them in now, and I would be happy to answer them. One thing I did want to talk about while I'm waiting for that, and I mentioned this a little bit yesterday, but Fiverr definitely implemented something new on their site. They are doing something where you can actually see, you can actually go onto the site and purchase logos automatically through their software that they've built on the site. So basically you go in and you go onto Fiverr and you go all the way down to the bottom, and it's in beta testing, but you can put in, it says logo creator, and you open that up, and basically you can type in like the title of your business and then maybe what you want your tagline or whatever to be, and you type that in, and then basically they ask you a couple more questions like what genre you're in, etc. And then it will produce like 50 or 60 different logos. And when you go to buy one, when you go to get one, you say, I want to buy it. They take you to a page and it tells you, do you want to, pay for limited rights or full buyout rights? And what was interesting is I went to Fiverr's Facebook page, and there's some people definitely having some comments, just like I had said that I was surprised that Fiverr was doing something like that, because, that seems like it would take business directly away from other people. And I think what Fiverr did, and this is what I mean, because Fiverr posted that they were actually helping logo artists generate residual income. So this is what I think they must have done. That's a very interesting, John. I don't know. That's a great question. I'm not sure, because that's, like I said, it's just brand new. It's beta tested. I can tell you this: any logo you get from Fiverr or anywhere, you could use wherever you want. You just don't. What you don't want to do is put Fiverr all over your pictures, you know what I mean, in your videos. You don't want to do that. But anyways, what I was saying is that what I believe Fiverr did was they must have went to the logo artists and asked a group of them to create like generic templates, right? And then I imagine those templates are created every time someone puts in a genre, like for a specific genre, right? There's a group of templates that are created from that, or templates are taken. So I would imagine that every time someone purchases that, those logo artists must get a residual income from it. That's what I'm betting. And, there's part of me like that's kind of cool for those artists, right? And I suppose if that helps them, with making some extra money, that's really cool too. I do think though, again, that's, definitely something interesting that they're trying out. And I don't know how I would feel about it, especially if I wasn't one of those logo creators who did that. So, I'm not sure, but anyways, that's just my feel on it. But it is a pretty unique service. Although I could tell you when I went, there was the low, like it was, and I didn't read anything, but the price to have full buyout and everything of it was like $60. So it's not like they're cheap. And it took 60 seconds. It took like no time at all for it to generate these, right? Because they're templates. So clearly it's not like inexpensive to get, like, if it was like $5 or $10 or $20, you know what I mean? They're definitely charging a lot more for that particular logo. Again, not that I don't think logo services are worth it, but, paying a software to create something in a few seconds, I imagine that they went and paid, got these artists to do it. That's what I'm imagining, because that's what they said on their Facebook page. But there's a lot of people that seem to be upset about it. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look and a peek at what's going on here. It's odd. I don't see anybody from Facebook messaging, and that's really strange. I'm not sure if Facebook is on today or it's just lagging somewhat behind. So if you are on Facebook, just let me know. I don't see anybody here from there. Let me see if I'm actually on. Well, I am live on Facebook, so I'm not sure why that's not showing up in the chat. Must be something odd there. But anyways, let's see. We got some questions here. We got one. By the way, if you have a question over on Instagram too, let's see. Curse, what's up, Curse? He said, happy Valentine's Day. Thanks, man. Does Fiverr show us different buyer requests depending on our seller level? Does everyone see all the active requests? That's a great question. And what I have noticed through my experience, as well as talking on the phone and coaching people while we were looking at it, is that you basically everybody sees the same things if you are in the same genre. So for example, I'm in a couple of different ones, right? Because I'm in voiceover, but I also do audiobook production, and as well as what else? Oh, as well as the business stuff, because I do the Fiverr. I have my Fiverr gig that I evaluate other people's Fiverr gigs, as a voiceover artist. So I'm in the business section. So you basically will see everything that pops up in that specific category. Okay, but only that. So yes, to answer your question, everybody sees the same. However, I have noticed that they don't always seem to have the same order. So what I see in my queue might be different than in the order which you see in your queue. But I have noticed that when I do that and I work with other people, we are seeing the same things. Yes, absolutely. So good call on that one. Thanks for the question. All right, let's see. Do we have any other questions? We don't have a lot of questions today. That is okay. I understand. I know me being late has not helped. But anyways, if you do have any questions, go ahead and pop them in now so that I can answer them for you. If any thoughts about anything revolve around Fiverr, and I will answer them. Other than that, I will pretty much chalk this up to that I was late, and I apologize. And I must have missed some people who usually Fiverr Fridays are kind of our big days. So it is what it is. Now I'm imagining that I'm not getting. Okay, so actually I'm on Facebook, and I see people commenting on Facebook, but it's not showing up in my feed, which is really weird. So let me go ahead and see if I can actually, I'm going to do something crazy here. I'm going to go out of that, and then I'm going to try to log back in. Let's see if that works. I don't know if it will or not. And let's see. All right, so I pop back up, and it's I can see on Facebook. Yes, I can see too, but for whatever reason, I'm not sure why, but it was not showing me Facebook on my streams. So if you have a question on Facebook, I suppose you could post it there. And hopefully we will see if it shows up, which really stinks, because I know we got a lot of people over there on Facebook. We have 8 people watching on different Facebook. All right, well, let me see. I haven't seen any questions yet over on Facebook. Let me see here. Anybody have any questions? Oh, yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. I will say one more thing, and, just in case, because I know that I had a great conversation with Miles Chacoin today, who is the CEO of Voquent. And that was, hey, what's up, B-Doggy45? I had a wonderful, amazing conversation with him. He's an awesome guy, and is such a amazing thought leader too, and I believe the whole industry, but also just a smart businessman. So anyways, I was talking to him, and he really made a good point. I think, well, we made a lot of good points, both of us, I think, about voiceover today and the direction that things are going in these sites. And to bring all this around to Fiverr, the challenge for us is that Fiverr is branding Fiverr. And that's good, right? Because that's bringing lots of people to Fiverr, and they're building an amazing community. But at the same time, I really think it's important that we also remember that we need to continue to work on branding ourselves and making us unique. And we can do that by making sure no matter what we put out, whether it's our pictures and our videos, whether it's our copy and the descriptions, that we are making it tailored to who we are and what we stand for. So when your descriptions, and by the way, that also helps you stand out when people are looking to purchase from you, right? Because if you are just like everybody else, you're going to have a hard time getting people to, actually purchase stuff from you, right? But I think if you are really trying to get extra work, you know what I mean? That can really help you, that could really help you with what you're doing. So, all right. So anyways, I was looking at, sorry, I'm really bothered by the fact that I can't get on to, I can't see Facebook on here. So, but anyways, I've tried to refresh, I've tried to reload. It is what it is. So, should I use my name as a username or okay, I have a question over here. I saw it on, there's a couple questions over on Facebook. I could see on Facebook. So I'm looking at a couple different screens. So let's see. We've got, let me check out. There's actually a bunch of comments from Facebook. Okay, so John is asking, he says he's new here. Thanks, or is it Joe? I apologize. Is it Joanne? Johan, maybe? Johan Paulson? Or Joan? Or Juan? Maybe it's Juan. Sorry, I apologize if I butchered your name, man. But anyway, so it says, he says, should I use my username? Or should I use my name as the username or make up a VO related name? Well, listen, I think that first off, it was a great question. And my answer to that is that I would honestly, look at if I could go back, I'd use my name. I'd use my name because here's the deal. I don't think that things change. Honestly, what I'm trying to say by that is people don't look as poorly on Fiverr as they used to. And years from now, they're not going to look, as they're not going to look as poorly on Fiverr as they do now. And I think for a long time, people were concerned about using their name because they thought it was going to cause them problems getting business. And, some people, I just don't believe in that personally. And if I could go back, I just didn't know what I was doing when I first started. So I used a random email address name I had. I would totally use my name. Or I would use a VO's journey. You know what I mean? I would use like a business name or my name. Whatever I'm trying to brand, that's exactly what I would use. So my recommendation to you is, if you're going to work on Fiverr, stand up and work on Fiverr. Earn a lot of freaking money. Put your name down and you're going to be fine. All right. So let's see. I'm glad I pulled up the stuff here. The only thing is it looks like I can't see all of the questions at once. So as it's scrolling down on my Fiverr, on my Facebook page, the comments go away. Can you use business name in Fiverr? Yes, John, you can. Let's see. Will Stoff, what's up, my man? He says, do you still hit the buyer request section even when you are slammed with orders? When I am not slammed with orders, Will, yes. When I am slammed with orders, no. And quite honestly, I try not to as much anymore because I know this sounds odd, but I don't want to take work from anybody else. But yeah, but when things are slow, I do, but not very much anymore personally. But when they are, I do, and I get work. There's some things that we do that that will always work, and one of them is the buyer request section. So yes. Let's see, John, can you use, we talked about that. Okay, so it's weird. I see like different things come in multiple times. Let me see if I can. Sorry, thank you for bearing with me. I'm trying to figure out how to get I missed somebody's question on Facebook, and I can't remember which one it was. So if you have that question, post it again so I can see it, because I'm dealing with, going back and forth trying to figure out why I can't see Facebook on my regular chat screen that pulls everything together. Let's see. I got some questions on YouTube. B-Dog at 45 says, how should you focus your branding when it comes to starting on Fiverr? So listen, the very first thing that you really honestly need to do is figure out what separates you from everybody else. What makes you unique, right? What do you want to be known for? What is your, what is the point of all of this, right? That's been, that's been what I have built now my business around, right? And it doesn't mean that you spread that like you always say it, but like I always wanted to be the proof that anything was possible. I mean, that's what I'm trying to build my brand around for me personally, but I'm someone who believes in helping people, making, spreading around the love, trying to be as supportive as I can, and, helping others' dreams come true like mine have, right? Which again is proving that anything is possible. That's something that I believe in with every ounce and fiber of my being. So, I put that out there through telling my story, through putting down who I am, where I come from, what I've accomplished, right? From my education to the work that I've done, to the people that I've had the honor to be a part of, their journeys, and, and all the wonderful voiceover work. I try to show that work. I try to be the inspiration. I try to make it about being inspiring because that's my story. That's what I believe in. So that's how I brand myself. And, everybody's going to be different though. Okay. So anyways, that's and you can start by putting down the information of who you are, where you come from, and why does that qualify you to do someone's voiceover work? Okay, because it goes beyond, in my opinion, you being, yes, you need to be trained and all that stuff, and it's great to have a coach, right? I really firmly believe in that. I have multiple coaches. At any given time, I'm working with multiple coaches, and they're not voiceover coaches. I work with business coaches. I work with, I told you yesterday or on the podcast, if you listen to VO's Journey, I'm working with a YouTube consultant from YouTube, and I'm working with different people. I firmly believe in coaching. But before you get to any of that, you got to figure out what I was going to say, what the freak. You got to figure out what you're doing all this for. What's the purpose behind it? Okay, that matters more than any of it, because that's the stuff that drives you to keep going with the other stuff. All right, there's my little thing again, you know what I mean? What is my username, was Walter. My username is ATPCRE. So like Anthony, all right, so like Apple, Tony, package, whatever you want, ATPCRE, Cat, Ray, Edwards, right? Like those are the name, like you can, that's not what that stands for, but I was just trying to point it so you could hear it in case you can't. ATPCRE, that's my username on Fiverr. All right, CB says, suggestions for tags for my military character voice gig. The ones I am using are not working. I have used military soldier character animation cartoon. Thank you, CB, for asking that question. So here's the thing. If people aren't searching for those tags, right, or searching for that stuff, then they're not going to be able, it doesn't matter what tags you put down. So you need to do some research and look at what people are searching for. And you can do that by going on to Fiverr, typing into the search button, right? And just like Google, if you type in something, and Google will populate popular searches. It's a great way to find what people are actually searching for on Fiverr. Okay? All right, so that's what I would recommend. People are probably, I don't know if anybody's searching for a military. There are people who do it. Like, for example, I did a really fun job, and I posted it this morning where I was a kind of a cranky drill sergeant, and I play that character well. So that's like a cranky military, a southern cranky military drill sergeant. That's like one of my favorite characters to play. I'm pretty decent at it, so I get hired to do that character a lot, and I did that one. So someone was looking for a drill sergeant, but they looked for, character voices. Do you see what I mean? So you got to understand, like, they may not be looking for that. Now, that doesn't mean they're not, but you got to make sure you're also putting down, character voices, character voiceover, male voiceover. Like, you still got to look at what, and you can research it by putting those words into the search button on Fiverr to see if anything pops up. Okay. All right, let's see. We've got Beth said, would saying I have a Chicago accent be too limiting or a good thing to promote? Beth, it's so crazy that you mentioned that, because like I just said a little bit earlier, I was talking to Miles, and we were just talking about how incredible the market is right now for, promoting yourself with an accent. And I think that in our particular case, now I know him and I were talking about around the world, in different places of the world, but for saying you have a Chicago accent, I would test it out. I do not have any experience, promoting that I have a Chicago accent, so I can't be, completely speak with, accuracy or 100% confidence that you're going to do it, get anything with saying I have a Chicago accent. But more so, you need to, what would a Chicago accent be classified as? Right? Would that be classified as like, north, mid, what kind of accent if you were going to go beyond just Chicago and looked at that entire region, right? You know what I mean? Like, is it mid, northern Midwest or mid, what would that be like? Do you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think though, anytime, well, let me say this. If you can, off of the platform, this is one of the things I was having about the conversation. If you are trying to promote yourself off of a platform, then you definitely need to dive in and dig down into a single niche. But if you are on a platform, you need to offer as much as you possibly can. So, Beth, I would do both. I would definitely do it. There's no reason not to. I mean, the worst thing that could happen is, you don't get any work from that and you try something else. But you don't lose anything by doing that, in my opinion. And you can, since we're talking about Fiverr, that's free. So you can create free gigs. You know what I mean? It doesn't cost you any money. All right. So I think you guys... Okay, Dwight says, I don't think caffeine and sarcasm is working for me. I need a relaunch. Okay, I'm not sure that what you mean by that. I don't know if you're talking about your account or not. I'm not sure if that's what you mean, Dwight. So we have to be... maybe that's what you mean. I'm not sure. Again, I'm sorry for my people on Facebook and everything. I can't see. I'm trying to keep up with your comments as I've got one page open on Facebook and then my other stuff. I'm not sure. Sometimes Restream does funny things, as we know. Good, Beth. I'm glad. All right. So, hey, listen, thank you guys so much. I know this is a crazy session today and it was kind of thrown off. If you want, I'd love for you to please feel free to post any of your questions in the comments section after we're done, and I'll do my very best to make sure I answer them for you. And of course, I will be, make sure next week, Friday, we're at 1 o'clock, but today was just thrown on. I'm not apologizing because I'm very happy I went out to lunch with my wife and I had a wonderful time, but I definitely got back later than I thought I would, so it did kind of mess up things. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, I might needed to restart Restream or something before, but I can't see anything there. So if nobody has any other questions right now, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day just because I'm having some technical issues seeing everybody's questions. But thank you so much. We did have some good questions in here, so we got those answered, and I really appreciate you all as always. Make sure if you are interested in joining the Fiverr Elite group, which has become one of my favorite things. Oh, there's some people who popped up some stuff in here. Fiverr Elite group has become one of my favorite things to be a part of, especially on Saturday morning. It's a wonderful group. We do nothing but try to grow our Fiverr businesses, and we work together, and I help people, go over their gigs and go through their videos and their demos, and we use stats and talk about all the different things to help you. So it's a really cool group. So if you're interested in that, love for you to be a part of it. You can find it at avosjourney.com, as well as usually I put it in the links as well. So any Hoosers, let's see. We got two more things that popped up real quick. Embodied Entertainment, what's up? Says, can we put our commercial demo and character demo in one gig and then 2 extra separate gigs for each demo? So using 2 demos in 3 places gigs. 1 gig and then use 2 extra separate gigs for each demo. Oh, I see what you're saying. Why? I guess my question would be, why would you need to do that? Or why would you want, I see what you're saying here, but I don't know why. Do you know what I mean? Like, why create the 3rd extra one when you could just split it up, or create an extra couple of samples and put them together for another one? Does that make sense? And I'm not quite sure I understand what would the 3 be named? Because if you have one that's your regular voiceover gig, and then you have a character demo, would they be like? Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that would work. So I'm maybe a little bit more info on that. Let's see, BDoggy45, off topic but curious how that email thing went when. Oh, yes, thank you. So I had finally got word back from them. I called and left a message too, and we've set up a meeting, and they apologized for the inconvenience, and it all seems to be fine now. So we'll see how all that goes. But the consultation isn't until next month. So, when we get there, I'll make sure I, report back to you on what I can. Thanks for that question, my friend. All right, you guys, thank you so much. You have a wonderful, wonderful Friday and a great weekend. Happy Valentine's Day. Please like, share, follow, and like. And I will talk to you soon. All right, you guys, thank you. Bye-bye.